Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is part 14 of my global company tutorial series. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, today we're going to take a look at a few mods. We're actually going to take a look at 4, though the thumbnail and all the description and everything is going to indicate 3 main ones we're going to take a look at. So the main ones we're going to take a look at are the stationary wood chipper, the Bale Chipper, and the thermal power station. However, as part of this series, there are some global company mods, or mods I think that are in the category of just I probably should talk about or include in this series. That don't necessarily apply, or I may have already done a video where they should have applied better. So anyhow, I might throw in some random ones at the beginning. But the first one we're actually going to talk about is the bunker silo display. So we'll go over here to take a look at that. So I just have a base game bunker silo. Here I have a couple displays. So fill level, compacting, fermenting, and this one just has the fill level on it. So these ones actually do not require global company, and it does ask when you're placing them to turn off if you have global company. If we go under here, if you have activate extended placeables on, it says to turn that off to be able to put these on. So just so you're aware of that. But if we go in the store under miscellaneous, they're going to be these two guys right here. So the small one's 860 and this one's 1920. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and you see they're all zeros now. We're going to go ahead and put some chaff in there. And theoretically speaking, it should have some info. Now, if you're inside of the bunker silo, you can always see the level by looking down there, bottom left-hand corner with the help screen. But if you didn't want to do that, you now have these options. So 13666, compacting 1%, 13666 there. So this one will also have the fermenting. But just something to note, when you are placing these, it's kind of nifty actually. It will give you a highlight for the one it's going to read off of. So if I obviously go out here, there's nothing, but then that's going to highlight the one you're going to read off of there. So depending on where I put this, and if we look very closely, we'll go over here, actually it'll be a little bit easier. If I wanted to place one of these at each end, I could do that. And you see that arrow that's down there kind of in the green, kind of difficult to see, a little bit easier to see there. That's where it's going to read off of. So, which is actually very nice. I wish every placeable sign had that, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, pretty nifty. And you can also change the number. So I'm hitting R right now just to change the number. So there you go. And I can have signs one way or another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you get the point. Up to 0. Tree. Or arrow that way. Looks like a tree. Okay, anyhow. I'm going to call it a tree for now. But yeah, there's no options with this sign either going up to it. So let's continue on. The first thing we're going to take a look at is going to be over here on the side. These are some fairly basic ones. These 3 do require a global company to run. So this first one we have here is a, it's just a stationary wood chipper. So it's pretty simple to use. If we go Control G, go over to the factory menu, the wood chipper, log chipper, wood chipper. So wood sections, you can actually buy those or you can put logs in. So if we bought the maximum, we can buy that. Yes, okay. It'll start processing those. The log chipper, so these are what those are there, the wood sections. We'll go into more detail on those in a different video. Those are part of a different mod, so just be aware you can put those in here when we get to that future video. So this is the log section here, which is probably gonna be the most common use for this. So if I go into here, let me actually turn super strength on so I can move stuff around a little bit easier. It just actually pops in there. So let me get back a little bit because it will just pop in there if you drive up next to it. So this log's not in there, but if I get close, it just pops into there. Now, obviously, it's not necessarily going to have them all visible in there, but as it fills up, it'll visibly demonstrate that. All right, so it's going to do 50,000 liters per hour. So we're going to go ahead and just do a quick fast forward. About an hour. There, we're over an hour. We go into the menu here. Wood chipper is not active. It processed through all of that. So it was 1 for 1, so the liters you're putting in is going to give you that many liters out in wood chips. So that is basically how to use this. And then to get the wood chips out of it, you're going to pull into this pipe at the far end here. And boom, it's going to show you wood chips, which is the only output there. So it'll be able to fill that up. We go in the store under Agraz Goods Production. It's going to have the wood chipper right here, $100,000 to buy, and it produces, well, it doesn't really produce wood chips, but it'll give you wood chips as an output. So there you have it. The next thing we are going to take a look at today is the Bale Chipper. Very, very, very simple. We'll actually look at this in the store first. It's under Agraz Other. The Bale Chipper is $50,000 to buy. If we go into the menu here to take a look at it, Bale Chipper, It does also work with the Maize Plus CCM kind of stuff, but we're not going to go into that. So it has grass bales, so you're going to put grass bales in, get grass out. It's basically, that's what it does. Hay bales in, get hay bales out. Straw bales in, get straw bales out. Silage in, silage out. Poplar bales, get wood chips out. And then here's all the different Maize Plus options there down at the bottom, which we're not going to go over. Now, you might ask yourself, why in the world would I, if we go in the store, why in the world would I pay $50,000 for one of those when, if you know anything about the game, you know that you can go into here, go under animals, and you can use one of these guys, which they're actually almost, that one's more expensive right there. But you can use this to get bales out if you're mixing TMR. The thing I love about this is it's honestly a really good storage unit. So if you did bale everything and then deliver it here, you could put it into the Bale Chipper. And then if we go in here, it's going to hold basically 4 million liters of grass, 2 million liters in the bale form, and then it'll have 2 million liters ready as an output. So it's pretty impressive, actually. Yeah, 4 million liters of each of those is a really good storage option for you. So let me spawn in some bales for us to try out. We'll just do just to try it all out, and shouldn't take cotton. I don't think I can spawn a poplar bale in here, but we'll go and grab this. This is just a hay bale. Oop, maybe if I can throw it in there, you'll be able to just come up here and it goes in there. Grass bale, brown bales are working. If it can't get that straw bale off of there, that one's going in. Throw that guy in there. I'm not going to test a poplar bale. I'm going to assume they're going to work, and the reason I'm not going to test it is because the amount of work it would take me to get a poplar bale would be ridiculous between getting poplars set up and growing them and everything like that. So we'll throw this last guy in here. Now if we go into the menu, we should be able to go into the Bale Chipper here. It does 40 million liters per hour, so it's basically an almost instantaneous transfer over. But as you can see, everything showed up in the capacities that it should. And if we fast forward literally just a half a second here, that's more than a half a second. If we go into that menu there, it should be done. Oh, it says active still. Maybe it's still working. Oh, maybe we have to go forward a little bit further. Maybe it updates every 15 minutes on the clock, the in-game clock. Yep, I'm going to go with that's accurate. So perfect. Here we go. It's all done. It converted them over. To get them out, what I like about this is a lot of the factories, that one not is one of the examples, but a lot of the different stuff like this will have the output on the back and the input on the front. This one, it's all on the same side. But to get anything out of it, all I have to do is pull into this pipe. And I can select hay, grass, straw, silage, or anything else. None of the other stuff's showing up because I don't have Maize Plus installed. I will say as well that that symbol there that's coming up under there to be able to get stuff out, that does now work on the pellet press. So if you watch my video on the pellet press, that does now work. And another thing I always forget to do on these, if we come up, we have some different options here. That guy's going to turn on those hazard boxes. You can turn those back on. And sometimes if you come out and come back in, it'll help you get them. And that guy's going to turn on the symbols for in, and there's an out symbol under there you can see. A lot of these mods have this option. Turn that off, go back out, and this one's going to be your lights on the side. That's going to turn lights on for you. It's kind of difficult to see them during the daytime, obviously, but they're there. Over here, same thing. Lights are on the side. You can see it lit up. Now if I go here, I'm going to have the in and out put in, which is going to be in the same location right here. Oh, actually, that checker boxes. The in and out might be the other one then. There we go. In, and then you have out right there. So there, it all works out for you. Those things are very nice. Now, if we move over here to this guy right here, this is, the thermal power station. So this is pretty simple as well. If we go into the thermal power station, what it does is it takes bulk materials or pellets and it converts them into ashes, which are useless, by the way. It's just a byproduct. Actually, you might be able to use them as fertilizer. I haven't tested that. But anyhow, which actually we could look at that real quick. Sorry, I'm super curious. I know that like for, it doesn't show up on there as being a product, but you should be able to haul them away with a regular trailer. So yeah, ashes are that symbol there, and the straw pellets, hay pellets, or wood pellets, hay pellets, straw pellets, which you can get wood pellets from the stationary pelleter. But anyhow, so it does produce money in addition to that, so it's not just a waste of your resources. But for bulk materials, you can put in wood chips, straw, or hay, and it'll output ashes. You can put up to 1 million liters of those in there, and output ashes, and it'll give you money for the conversion. Pellets here, pellets, straw pellets, hay pellets, you can put those in up to 1 million liters, and it'll output ashes and money. We're going to run a little bit of a test here to see how that's going to work, but essentially the input's here and the output's over here. So we can also turn on all these various symbols as well, just like we can for the other ones. So there's the hazard boxes. There's the ins. In, open up. first. And then over here, we have lights. So there you have it. Pretty simple. To open that up, you should be able to just come up to it here. Let me turn the help menu on so I can find the location. There we go. Left click, opens it up. So pretty simple there, so you can actually dump stuff into it. Turn that help menu off. What we are going to do is run a little bit of a test because I'm kind of curious to see what the differences are between each one of them. So we're actually going to do what we have, 4057864 minus 4057864. Puts us down to 0. This thing, we are going to fill it up with, we'll start with, there should be, it shouldn't matter which category we're in, we'll just do wood chips. So essentially what I'm assuming, since they're the same store point, is that these are going to give the same money and output as, so these are going to give the same output as like wood chip, straw, hay, all be the same. Down here, pellets, straw pellets, hay pellets, all the same, which those are basically wood pellets. So we're going to try this out. And we're going to see how much money we make from 21,000 liters of wood chips and how many ashes that outputs as well. So basically 21,000 liters of bulk material. Perfect. And we'll fast forward time a little bit on that. Oops, turn the map on. If we go into the store here, it's actually important to note as well. Under placeables, under agri-res production, you do have the thermal power station is 450,000, so it's a little pricey. So hopefully you're making good money on it. We'll go ahead and fast forward. Still making us money. I think that's probably it because it was 3,000, then not. So, thermal power station, it is done. So 210 liters of ashes, which are just a byproduct to, as far as I know, get rid of. And you're made 3780 on it. So if we go F11, oops, we got it here, F11. Or take that money out of the bank. So we're back at 0. All right, and then we will fill this up with pellets of some sort, which go back. We'll just do straw pellets works. I'm assuming you're going to make a lot more off straw pellets, or the pellets in general, because, well, I mean, you get a lot of pellets from doing wood chips, but straw pellets, I don't know if it'd be worth throwing in here or not. But for wood chips, that actually wasn't bad. $4,000 for, it wasn't great, but it was okay. I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit better of a result for us. Yeah, I would say that's a better result. So $37,000. Let's make sure it's done. Yep, it's done. So yeah, and how many ashes did we get? Yeah, we got 430 ashes because we had 200 in there already. So 21,000 liters got us 37,800. So let's see how much we made per 1,000 liters on that. So 37,800 divided by 21. So you made $1,800 per 1,000 liters. So that actually is a lot of money, and that would be very worth it. But anyhow, the final thing I want to show you on this, which let's make it daytime so we can actually see what the heck we're doing. That works, 2 o'clock. This is where you're going to get the ashes out from right here. So if we pull under this, there we go, ashes. There's no other outputs. So I hit start. Let's put ashes in the back for me. But anyhow, that is everything for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching.